Next on Broadway Profiles, Broadway's trippiest new musical. We'll talk to Tony Yazbeck, one of the stars of Flying Over Sunset, about playing Cary Grant on acid. Plus, Hip Hop Hooray! We're celebrating the Broadway return of Freestyle Love Supreme with an exclusive performance. And Showstoppers, an inside look at the new exhibit featuring iconic costumes of the stage and screen. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is Broadway Profiles, presented by Broadway.com. So glad you could be here for another edition of Broadway Profiles. I'm Tamsen Fadal. An amazingly emotional night as Broadway just marked another major milestone. Passover began performances at the August Wilson on August 4th. It's the first stage play to return to Broadway since the March 2020 shutdown. It's a very limited engagement running until October 10th. Passover is one of 7 plays written by Black writers planned for this season. Flying Over Sunset is cleared for landing on Broadway this November, and it's going to be the trip of a lifetime. Flying Over Sunset is a work of fiction, but it's inspired by a trio of incredible historical figures: diplomat Claire Booth Luce, writer Aldous Huxley, and film icon Cary Grant, all coming together at a crossroads in their lives and all dropping acid. That part is true. Those 3 well-known people all experimented with LSD back in the 1950s. Broadway.com correspondent Charlie Cooper caught up with the man who plays Cary Grant, Tony Yazbeck.
Tony Yazbeck is a Broadway leading man gearing up to play another iconic leading man, Cary Grant. I met up with Tony at the Vivian Beaumont Theater to discuss Lincoln Center Theater's new musical, Flying Over Sunset, and so much more. So Tony, we of course are so excited to have you here. What does it feel like right now, like in this moment, to be in front of Lincoln Center, knowing that you'll be on stage very soon for Flying Over Sunset?
Well, tickets are on sale right now for the show. I just can't believe I said that. So it's amazing just to be here. I haven't even been at Lincoln Center in months and months, even just to walk through. But to remember what we were about to do that night in our first preview that got shut down, we were having a blast, and it was what we were all born to do. And I was working with this amazing cast, and we were just playing on stage, and we were starting to change things and fix things and make it even better than it was. And now we get to go back and resume and put on the show in front of a live audience for the first time, and that's just going to be thrilling. You tap dance and sing in the show, of course, and I remember reading on your Instagram that tap dancing throughout the pandemic was therapeutic for you. Oh yeah.
Talk about that.
I mean, tap dancing for me has always been an art form that's almost like an essence of prayer. And I say that in a sense of anything I'm feeling that day, I can stomp it out on the floor. I can find some new rhythm and some new sonic heartbeat within it and just send it up. And then I can breathe again. And it's a way to inhale and exhale as an artist. And I'm just happy I was gifted with a little bit of tap, and now I can even pass it on to my son. But it's a therapeutic way for me to get through the day sometimes, and so it's still happening, and it ebbs and flows with so many different emotions. But that's what's so beautiful about dance, but especially tap is the way you can maneuver it through emotional qualities, through a story, through that character, and that's what I get to do with Flying Over Sunset.
Yeah, I have to ask, is your son into it, or?
He's probably a little more into like cars and trucks still, but I'm getting him there, and he loves, his favorite song right now is "Stupid Love," Lady Gaga. I mean, he's like in it, and he like really goes through. So when the music's slow, he's like moving really slow, and he finds something, and I'm like, ooh, a nice interpretive modern movement, and then all of a sudden, the beat hits and he's just like jamming on the floor, like hitting it. And I'm like, yes, express yourself. You know? So yeah, I hope he keeps going, but I'm not gonna force it. Let's put it that way.
They pick me up in the morning and drive me to the set. Groom me, wax me, dress me, light me. Every need is met. Gorgeous women flirt with me, sometimes men, and yet none of it is real.
So you, of course, played the legendary Cary Grant.
Yeah.
What's that like playing a real person? Is there that extra pressure to get it right?
Of course. I mean, everybody knows who Cary Grant is, and it's really tough because the guy was this gentleman, and he was just like this really good-looking, like, role model of what a Hollywood celeb back then was, and he was his own thing, and he constantly reinvented himself on screen. And so it was really difficult at first to figure out how to do this, because I obviously didn't want to make a carbon copy. But there is pressure you know, anytime I hit a role that is a real character, I want to invent something, but at the same time, it's like I want to be able to pay respects to what it was, to what he was. And so it's almost like if he's looking down, I can go, is that okay with you? It is good, just I have your blessing. And so that's my constant attack on a role like that. And you know, to be able to play him, to sing as Cary Grant, to dance as Cary Grant, is really, really exciting.
Yeah. Ultimate compliment, I imagine, right?
I mean, I guess I would not say Cary Grant, like that's just not me. I don't go, hey, can I play Cary Grant? That's just, that's not usually how I approach that.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'll try my best. Here we go. Give me some good costuming, and they do.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay, so of course LSD is a psychedelic. Does the audience get the chance to kind of go through that motion with you through the set design? Do things change while they're watching it, where it feels like their mind is being changed a little bit, the way that the drug would do?
Oh, this creative team like went all out. And James Lapine has this vision like a painter. So he sees things moving at all times. You know, Beowulf Bullerit just creates this amazing set that moves and ebbs and flows. The lights change as we sing, and all of a sudden you think you're seeing one thing, and 5 seconds later it's another.
Talk about the music, talk about working with James Lapine. Of course, we know him for so many classics.
Yeah. James Lapine, for years, I mean, Sunday in the Park with George has always been like my favorite show. It has changed my life so many times at different points in my life. I've always wanted to work with the guy. And to be able to go one-on-one and collaborate has been a dream.
How I miss the shores of California, strolling on the soft white sand, sliding off my bra, pantyless in La La Land.
So Tom Kitt's music, the best score I've heard of his ever, in my opinion. And I've been a fan of his for years. Next to Normal was profound, but he is really interesting in the way he works, where every scene and every character has a new style. And he uses different genres in the show. And he puts it together, and it's all Tom Kitt. It is just beautiful, and Michael Corey adds impeccable lyrics to the point at which you go, gosh, that's so cool. I wish I could have thought of that, and only he would have thought of that. So we're just really proud of how it's all come together.
And Flying Over Sunset director James Lapine is out with a new book. It's called Putting It Together. It's about the making of one of his most beloved musicals, Sunday in the Park with George.
Well, the first thing I think I did was sit down with Steve Sondheim, and I think we had 2 long interviews about the book. And following that, I reached out to everybody who had been involved. I really wanted to talk to people from all angles, because obviously your memory is such that it's very personal, and I wanted to get everybody else's sense of what the experience was like. So that was actually quite a lot of fun. It was a little bit of a detective story too, trying to track down both information and visual information for the book. And then, of course, going back into Seurat's life and letting the reader know what his process was in making the painting that inspired making the show.
FREESTYLE Love Supreme is coming back to Broadway, and there's no better show to help ring in the return of live musical theater to New York City than this one. No 2 shows are ever the same. The hip-hop improv sensation returning to the Booth Theater this October. Paul Wontorek caught up with 3 of the stars of FREESTYLE.
Good to see you up close.
Yes.
Vaccinated and ready to take Broadway by storm again.
Yes.
Are you ready to take Broadway by storm again? That happened?
I don't know.
Do you remember?
That's kind.
FREESTYLE Love Supreme on Broadway?
It didn't feel like a storm per se. It felt like Broadway was mildly like, come on and do your show.
We enjoyed it.
Great.
So you actually, not only did Broadway love you, but they had given you a special Tony Award. You were winning a special Tony Award.
Thank you,
FREESTYLE
Broadway.
Love Supreme. Thank you, whoever you are.
Yes. The special Tony for this show was not what we didn't even think we could be on Broadway, right? That's a dream on top of a dream.
Yeah.
And then to have the community say, wow, this is a valuable piece of art that belongs here and should be noticed.
Nice.
Wake me up. Don't eat after 8 and wake me up. It doesn't feel real, but it's incredible, and we will humbly accept a special Tony.
Obviously, you haven't been performing for audiences for a while.
Yeah.
This is a show that has a special relationship with audiences.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of what it all banks on. I mean, you incorporate the audience, you get input from the audience.
Yeah.
So you must be excited to get back to the people.
I think it sort of begs that bigger question of like, what's theater, right? Is it like, I'm just doing a thing on Zoom and maybe some people are watching as well? And I think there's a lot to be had there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that's not effective. It can be really effective. But sharing a communal experience in a room where you get to syncopate with other humans, I think that's really what our show does incredibly well. It says, let's do this together. Not only you, the audience, experiencing it together, but we, the performers, are experiencing it with you in this moment. And everyone meshes, and the hearts beat together, and we all take breaths at the same time together. And there's nothing that can replace that. Humans, we need each other. We really need each other for so many reasons. Also, us getting to play together, right? That's another huge part of this. Seeing humans play and be playful, it's been so removed for so long, and we're trying to bring that back to people's lives. I mean, I am more inspired by the people I'm on stage with than anything else.
So does it feel different this time? Does it feel?
Yeah, hugely different, right? In some ways it feels like, okay, cool, how can we meet audiences where they need to be met? What kind of a show can do that? Like, our show can do that every night, right? There might be a new incident that happens week 2 of us being open. We can actually talk about that. We can change every single night. So it feels in some ways like the perfect show to welcome people back to Broadway. Is it going to be good? Are we going to be energized by having the audience there? It's going to be megawatt. It's going to be through the roof. Like, every night's going to feel like the night we all needed for so long.
I see some of your co-stars.
My friends are here.
Come on in here.
Yay!
Who's here?
We have Kyla Rose, Kaila, Mullady, and we have young niece, Aneesa Fadal.
I saw all 3 of you the night I went to FREESTYLE LOVE SUPREME.
Yay!
So good. I can't wait to see that magic again. Are you guys ready to get up there and feel the love?
Yes.
Absolutely.
There's been a lot of pent-up creative energy
Sure.
that I think that once we all get together, it's just going to get unleashed upon the stage.
It's a party time every time we get together.
Every time.
So, I mean, also our show is about connecting with humans and energy and getting energy from people and giving it back. So I think that's going to be really exciting, just to be in the room with people again.
Yeah. So how can I get a little, how can we experience for the viewers, how can we give them a little taste of what you guys do? That's part of the show.
Yeah, and maybe we can get words from people around.
Words?
Or whatever.
Just words?
Just
words.
like their favorite word or something they love.
Can you incorporate a full name?
Yeah.
Of course.
Then I want Antoinette Perry,
Oh.
the lady who created the Tony Awards. I want her in there.
Okay.
I want Kamala.
Kamala. Okay. Anthony Perry.
Kamala in there. You got a word?
And how about an object?
Can I get a word? An object?
Yeah.
An object. Tony Award.
The Tony Award.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Here we go.
Okay. It's not Halloween, no need to be scared. We gotta shout out Antoinette Perry, cause you know we got a special Tony for FLS and all of the homies.
All of the homies. Call me Special Tony.
Hey.
Yeah, my name is Anthony. I'm all home alone. Yes, I might be Kevin McQueen. Anyway, what? Gonna get it like Kamala Harris.
Hey.
You know we in Paris. No,
Yeah.
this is New York City, and I'm looking at the terrace, Taurus, Eiffel Tower. All right, yeah, maybe I go home in half an hour, take a shower.
Hey, always on the rhymes when we on time, telling you the truth. Come and see us at the booth. Hey,
At the booth, that is the straight truth. We be coming back in October, check the roof.
yeah, check the roof. You know we bringing it all. We coming back with Tommy Kale in the fall.
In the fall, what's going on? I'm like Lin-Manuel Miranda, y'all.
Yo, Lin-Manuel, yeah, he's busy as heck. Yeah, but you know he got something else on deck.
On deck, and that is the action. Make sure you check us out when we with Chris Jackson.
Chris Jackson, the president, yeah, he bringing it up. Yeah, we gonna drink wine, put it in the cup.
Put it in your cup, yeah, we on a roll because James Monroe Alcohol is called J Soul.
Yeah, Kyla on the beat, yeah, all day. Arthur Lewis on the keys, also bring the knees. Yeah, we also got everybody. We coming back. We coming back.
Back, we coming back.
All right, there's still a lot more to talk about on this edition of Broadway Profiles. Still ahead, we'll take you inside the show-stopping new exhibit in Times Square that supports Broadway's Costume Coalition. This is Broadway Profiles, and we'll be right back. One of Broadway's hardest hit industries during the pandemic was the Costume Coalition. Now a show-stopping new exhibit in Times Square gives people a chance to see up close some of the most iconic costumes of all time, while helping the people who created them. Let's go ahead and send it back to Charlie Cooper.
Showstoppers, Spectacular Costumes from Stage and Screen is a new exhibit benefiting the Costume Industry Coalition's Recovery Fund. I got a sneak peek inside and got to speak with some of the masterminds who brought these stunning costumes to Times Square.
I feel like these costumes are your babies, and now you're allowing the world to like see them up close and touch them, I imagine. What's that feel like for you? Is that nerve-wracking at all?
No. It's like, they're like old friends. You know, we pulled them, they've been generously donated, borrowed from producers in order for the public to see them in this in venue, and it's just nice to see them again. The skills and the talent and the knowledge that is exhibited here is phenomenal. Hundreds of years of knowledge are what is at stake here. If we don't make it through the pandemic to the other side of this, a lot of that knowledge will be lost.
Just to see it in person, it's like, wow, you get to see every button and every seam. And so do you hope that there's like a new respect for that craft?
I hope there's a growing respect for it, and I hope there's a real appreciation for the people behind it, because nobody is in this business who doesn't love to be in this business. And that shows in everything that people make and every detail that they create. One of the things we always hope to create in an exhibit is a feeling of community, and that people come and they begin to feel a part of something that they hadn't expected to feel part of. And I certainly hope that happens here, because you know, Broadway is such an important part of New York, and this industry that creates shows and movies and television, also so much a part of New York, and that people who come in walk away feeling like they've gained a window into this fantastic world that's right under our noses.
I know you guys are all about supporting the creators. What was this past year like for you guys?
Well, obviously March 12th, 2020, everything shut down, and we organized and started to mobilize around May of 2020 because we realized as we were watching production offices, publicity offices, general management offices, they were all going to a Zoom model. We really couldn't. Yeah. You know, we have basically mini factories in and around the city, and we organized, even though we are cordial competitors, we knew that by sort of organizing and coming together, we could create a united voice for ourselves and get the word out to our stakeholders, which includes, you know, our producers and all of our clients, to let them know we needed some help to get through the pandemic. So in doing that, we were able to raise some funds for our recovery fund and try to stay afloat, because we knew that when Broadway came back, everyone was going to be like, you're still here, right? And that's what we tried to do.
Still ahead, way down in Hadestown, we'll talk to one of that show's great performers about why she's just gotta dance.
Hi, I'm Afra Hines. I'm originally from Miami, Florida, but I left when I was 7 years old. I moved to Framingham, Massachusetts, and I was there for another 7 years, and then I moved to New York when I was 14. I started dancing as a 4-year-old, 3 or 4-year-old. My mom put me in creative movement. And then the next year I started ballet and tap. My mom is super supportive, and my grandmother. They've always told me that I can do whatever I put my mind to, which is really sweet. I also come from an artistic family. So my mother danced, and she's a visual artist, a painter, and my father was a trumpet player. So they sort of understand this sort of lifestyle. So I was a gymnast as well. I was at a point where I was doing a ton of gymnastics and a ton of dance, and it was getting to be too much with school and everything, so I had to make a choice between gymnastics and dance. And once I made that decision, which was a hard one for me because I really loved gymnastics, and I realized that it was something that could be a career, then I was all in. I definitely feel a sense of community, especially since I've been in this business for a long time. We all see each other at the same auditions. We work across the street from each other, so there's definitely a sense of community that I love. There are days when you're tired or you're grumpy for whatever reason, and that's just work. Any job you have is going to be like that. There's not been many times where I think I want to do something else. This is really like my dream job.
And that's going to do it for us. Until next time, I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is Broadway Profiles presented by Broadway.com.